Hello, it's SylveonDoesGames here, and today I'm joined by three lovely laddies. We've got the Darkster, the Darkarino. Want to say hello?
My crippling back problems.
We are also joined for the first time, I believe, on recording by Ratman.
Yo.
The long pause. And a newcomer to the KNG, but not a newcomer to my recordings, as I did a live stream with them not too long ago, Jester.
What's up?
Today we're playing a game I haven't played in a long time on the channel. I don't have any of the old videos, because they were cringe. But we are playing the Yawhg. And since there's four of us, there's four characters. So, who wants to pick what character? So, we've got blue, orange, red, or green.
Blue one?
Yeah, you can be the blue one. Dark, which one do you want to be?
I'll go with green.
Green?
Actually, Leaf, you want to go green?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm not first.
So Dark, you want to be green?
I'll go yellow.
Alright, so Dark's yellow. Leaf, you want to be green then?
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
We'll refer to Ratman as Leaf or Ratman interchangeably. Same with Jester. They've got another name, which I've already forgotten, like the ADHD dumbass I am. Astra. I will probably forget names very easily. That is a trait of me, and I guess that means I'm red for this playthrough. But let's get on to one of my favorite games. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep living our lives week by week, unaware. Alright, Gestorino, you're up first. So we have all of our stats. So finesse, like physique, strength, finesse, speed, dexterity, mind is mind, charm is charm, magic is magic, and wealth is your money. And each one you'll gain, essentially you'll gain more of these as you play. We have different areas that will give you different things. We got the slums, the hospital, the tavern, the palace, the gardens, the alchemy tower, the arena, or the forest. And so, Jester, you're the first first character up. So where do you want to go?
I should not have chosen this character. I have no idea how this game works.
Essentially, like D&D, you have your stats.
Tower.
You go to the alchemy tower, gonna learn some magic.
I love how we're all broke.
Yeah, we all start off broke. So, clean the lab or brew potions? Which are you gonna choose?
Clean lab.
Clean lab? You spend the week cleaning up noxious chemicals. You're paid 1 wealth for your labor and gain 1 physique and 1 magic. One day, all the alchemists decide to take a break from work and instead throw a cantrip party. One alchemist waves his hand and produces confetti in front of him. Another spawns a seemingly endless number of doves from his sleeves. Then all the alchemists turn to see what you can come up with. Simple trick or complex trick. And so this does take from your stats of magic, which you have about 6, which is below average. The average is 10, by the way. Simple? By snapping your fingers, you change your eyebrow color. Not bad, one of the alchemists say. Gain 1 magic. Dark, you green bastard. I already know where you want to go.
I'm not green. I'm yellow.
Oh, wait, yeah. I'm so used to you being green.
Ha!
Fuck, Leaf, where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go to the tavern,
Tavern?
and I'm gonna drink.
Oh god, no.
Yes, the drunken rage.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a fortune teller sets up at one of the tavern's tables. She offers to read anybody's fortune for a small sum. Yes, please, or
Yeah,
no
sure.
thanks.
Yeah.
You have 0 wealth, but alright. You don't have enough money to pay.
Oh.
Upon realizing this, she shoos you away from her table. Oh well, she's probably a hack anyways, you think to yourself. Gain 1 mind.
There you go. Yeah, that's the way.
Now it's me. I think I will go, because I'm normally in the alchemy town myself. It's my favorite place to go. I think I'll go to the palace and attend the ball. I look gorgeous. Now you spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you decide to lean up against a wall just to take a break. It rotates as you apply pressure and you stumble down a set of stairs. You enter a large, dusty room filled with barrels. At the king's famous wine cellar. There's a secret party in here. Keep quiet about what you saw. I have 7 charm. Let's host a secret party. All your friends show up and the drinking begins. When you come to, you find yourself in a home you don't recognize and only your underwear. And clothes are nowhere to be found. You seem to be the only one home. What happened? Ah! Leaf had the more tame bar week, while I had the rager. And by the way, this is a week worth of stuff that's happening to our characters. So, Dark.
Do I want to continue the gag, or do I want to actually do something else? I want to continue the gag. I'm a lumberjack. I'm definitely not okay.
You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One night, through the trees, you spot a group of cloaked figures, all standing in a circle. They are chanting in unison. Almighty Lord of the Night, Master of Beasts, bringer of pain and derision. Accidentally step on a twig, producing a loud cracking noise. They immediately stop chanting and look over in your direction. Take them on or run for it.
Do I want to become a murderer already? Yes.
So take them
I
on.
wish there was a third option that was join them.
You draw your weapon ready to fight. They all run at you, unarmed and cackling. You cut through them like butter. Each one you slay burns insane mutterings into your mind. At least 3 mine. What great practice, though. You gain 3 physique. Okay. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and members apart. That was so very long ago. Alright, Astrid, where you heading off? You can go to the Alchemy Tower again, or go to somewhere else.
The hospital.
Hospital? Clean up or tend to patients?
Tend to patients.
You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mine and earn 1 wealth. One day, while in the maternity ward... Oh, no, not this event!
God.
One day, while in the maternity ward, you notice a woman about to give birth. The baby she births is no ordinary baby, however. Its skin is pitch black and shiny. Its eyes glow like an orange flame. It wrestles itself free from the doctor's hand and tries to fly away. Stop that demon! Yells the doctor. Use your strength, use your magic.
Magic.
With a wave of your hand, you put up a magical barrier blocking the exit. The baby breaks right through it and flies off into the night sky. You weren't strong enough.
I'll be having fun with that later, most probably knowing my luck.
Alright, Loof.
Go drinking.
Just gonna drink all of your weeks away.
Drink the pain away.
Alright, you spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying and everybody seems to be joining in on the violence. Join the fray or break up the fight. You have the charm.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it up. It's drinking time, boys.
You jump on top of a table and yell pleas to the patrons to stop all the violence. Before you know it, everybody has calmed down and chatting to one another like nothing ever happened. Thanks for that, the bartender, says the bartender while slipping you are a small sack of...
The way you said it for the first time was the correct way.
Yep.
That's a mistake.
Slipping you a small sack of coins. Yeah. Gain 1 wealth.
I swear, if you avoid the Alchemy Tower again. If you avoid the Alchemy Tower after I deliberately left it open.
Yeah, I will go to the Alchemy Tower. No, brute potions. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. Pardon me.
Oh, I love the holding of the glasses. That's really cute.
They all have really cute. I absolutely adore like I think it's yellow or yellow and blue's outfits when going to the ball. They're so adorable. Green's outfit very much looks like they threw together their Sunday best, but it's like peasant Sunday best, and it's like you tried, but like you're falling short a little of the fanciness. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, while in the tower, one of the alchemists asks you to watch his potion while he's out. Fuck. Soon after he leaves, the potion begins bubbling out of control. Don't do something soon, it'll explode. Quickly drink the potion. Your stomach can't seem to handle the potion. Fire erupts from your esophagus for a solid minute. And you're shooting out a jet of fire from between your lips. That burns. You learn 2 physique. What a learning experience, though. You gain 1 mind. And that is why I drink the potion every time. So, Doc, you moving anywhere, or are you just lumbering?
I was sticking to the woods this time. This one. I'm going to chop it down.
You're gonna have no trees at this rate.
Well, I have 10 strength. I'm insane, though. I'm an insane lumberjack.
Okay, you're not insane yet. You still have 2 mind. You're more just like Old Man McGucket from Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
I'll lose my mind again shortly.
You spend the week cutting down trees.
The thing with McGucket was that he was extremely intelligent, but he had no idea what was happening. So I feel like that should be low finesse.
The thing is, McGucket was...
Because you get finesse from finesse from high society, right?
Finesse is like dexterity.
Yeah, finesse and charm would be how people perceive you. Mind is your intelligence.
Yes, and the thing is, McGucket went insane from the portal. McGucket went insane for a long while, and
the fact that he manages to build the fake monster, and I think it's like episode 2.
That doesn't necessarily have anything.
Gone.
That doesn't. Sorry, the thing is, like I said, like McGucket, he's crazy, but not without his mind. McGucket was crazy, but he was still intelligent. Just not sane intelligent. He was mad scientist intelligent. So, I'm going to build a fucking 10-foot doom robot to get revenge on my work colleague for snubbing me. Kind of insane. Which is a canon thing he's done!
Charm is too high.
Charm is below average.
With the way, yeah.
10 is average. So, yeah.
That my point is the way with what the stats seem to be implying. Mind is intelligence, and charm is perspective type related things.
Charm is talking to people. Yes,
so
but like
you need a combination of both of them.
The thing is, like his charm is low.
I mean, I can make it
Not
lower.
low enough. If mind and charm.
And I'm not saying he is full on McGucket right now as well.
I mean, I can drop my charm if I need to.
You probably will, knowing you. You'll probably be like, oh, there's an option to swim through raw sewage to get to the other side. Or, like, go down this particular path where there's a raging bear and you'll walk through the sewage.
Yeah.
Don't just say yeah casually. Fucking have standards.
I'll take it to swim.
Anyways, back to the game.
Off then.
You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day, during your forest excursions, you stumble upon a swarm of rats.
Yes.
This event! At first you jump backwards in shock, but then you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over. Excuse me, sir? One of the rats says in a high-pitched voice. Oh, I could probably do high-pitched.
You think you might be able to help us out with something? You say we're trying to elect our new leader, but it seems our votes are completely tied. We're trying to decide between Seedpaw the Vengeful and Bright-Tooth the Wise.
Is the rat. Seedpaw steps forward.
If you vote for me, the rats will have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to take our fight to the enemy,
Proclaims Seedpaw. Bright-Tooth steps up.
You vote for me, good sir. I will lead these rats to an age of enlightenment, says Blightooth.
I 100% wished I'd gotten this fucking event.
It would have been funny, yeah.
Yeah, the lad called Ratman in our chat being the one to get the rat event. Which rat do you choose?
The wise.
Fuck you! I hate you, Dark. Half of the rats roar tiny applause. Seedpaw bows its head and walks back into the mass of rats. Blightooth climbs up your shoulder and whispers ancient secrets into your ear as thanks. You gain 1 mind and 1 magic.
I'm no longer that.
Fuck you, Dark. You know what you were doing, you bitch. For those who don't know, me and Dark have played this game a lot. It was
I'm
in
an
us.
asshole.
It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth the air went still. Where you going, love?
Alchemy Tower again. I'm gonna
Back
put
to your
potions
tower.
this
Well,
time.
I'm very sorry about what you're about to experience. Plain or brew?
Brr.
Ow.
Why does that expression look so evil?
She's plotting the doom of her lovers.
You know what? I'm down for that.
We're plotting my doom.
I chose blue solely for the cute little hat.
I know, right? The hat is adorable. Her entire outfit is adorable, really. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day a swarm of rats infest the building because Dark is a fucking asshole. They're biting everything in their way because Dark's a fucking asshole. Everyone else in the building flees immediately because Dark caused this fucking bullshit. What do? Run like mad or blast them with magic? You have 9 magic.
Blast him. Why not?
Bill? Let's see if you
No,
succeed.
not my children.
You wave your hand and produce a bouquet of flowers. That wasn't the spell you meant to cast. The rats spot your attempt to exterminate them and begin biting you horribly. You managed to escape, but now there are rats all over the tower. Because Dark's a fucking asshole.
Look, I want smart rats.
Fuck you.
They didn't ever say I was the sane one.
But at least the alchemy tower still stays up afterwards. It's just now there's rats everywhere. Where are you going, Leaf?
So the other option destroys the alchemy tower?
Oh no, the other no. There's other things that can destroy. So there are events that can destroy places. When you activate them, one of the events that destroys the alchemy tower is leeches.
Oh. I
Yeah,
don't want anything to do with that.
it's great. Leaf, where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go to the gardens and meditate.
Oh, cool. You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, on your way home from the park, you come across a golden ring in the grass. Sell the ring or wear the ring?
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it for beer money.
Sell it
Thanks.
for beer money. You manage to sell the ring for a respectable sum. Gain 2 wealth. Oh. Back to the bowl I go. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you actually bump into the Duke. Watch what... he stops mid-sentence. Oh, it's you, he blushes. Haven't you come to visit me? You said you would. I fucked the Duke, guys! What the fuck?
Oh no.
This is
What
an
have you
event.
done?
This is an event I've never had before, so this is fun. Just pretend like you know what's going on. You practice your nodding along and faking that you're listening technique. You gain 1 shot. You may have actually agreed to dinner or something, but it's too late now. Yay!
to the
fucking boyfriend!
I'm going back to the forest, and I know what I'm doing next week.
What are you doing?
I'm deforesting. Nothing can go wrong.
You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and 1 wealth. One day, you come across a group of people in the woods. From the expressions on their faces, they appear to be lost. Rob them or help them. Have 3 mind.
I have already murdered so many people, I'm robbing their
Okay. You jump out from behind the trees, brandishing your weapon, demanding they hand over their goods. One of them refuses and charges you with her pitchfork. You try to outmaneuver her, but she's too fast for you.
Aw.
She sweeps her pitchfork under your legs and knocks you to the ground. The rest of the group swarm you and tie you up.
Sweep the leg.
Then they take your coin purse and leave you out in the woods. You lose 2 wealth. After hours of struggling, you manage to free yourself. You're a fucking idiot.
Well, I thought I was stronger. I mean,
You
who
were
would-
stronger, you just weren't faster. If you did some hunting, you'd probably be a bit faster.
Too slow.
And then the world was a howling fury, chaos, screaming, the sound of all we knew being pulled and Where you going, Astrid?
You know what? The arena.
The arena?
Yeah.
Okay. Compete and fight or bet and fight?
Bet on a fight.
You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 2 wealth. Well, I feel if you didn't get the horrible event cool. One day, while wandering the halls of the arena's one of the arena's fighters approached you. Excuse me, miss, I need a sparring partner, he says. You down for a fight or 2? Accept his challenge, refer him to the burly guy next to you.
Accept his challenge? I don't know.
You
Just do
have
it.
5 physique and 5 finesse. Are
I
you
know.
sure?
Right.
Yes. Just go for it.
Let's do this, he screams. He takes a swing at your head. You get punched square in the face. The next thing you know, you're in the arena's infirmary. It appears that punch gave you headache never-endis. Symptoms include having a mild headache forever. Lose 1 mind. You
These
sure
things I
that
always
was a
make
good
up as one-
idea?
Every time I play a game like this, I make one stupid decision on purpose. Let me have this.
Alright. Where's the king of rats going?
Well, you might not believe
It
this,
could have been worse. I could have been robbed.
but I'm gonna go to the tavern and I'm gonna have a drink.
Alright. Nearly clicked enter on bartend like a fucking idiot. Drink! You spend the week getting wasted. 2 charm, 1 physique. One day, a tall, dark stranger walks into the bar. Everyone goes silent. Word around these parts is you folk are having a bit of rat troubles, he says. I'm a magic piper. I'll gladly get rid of them, but it'll cost all ya. Try and raise funds to pay, ignore him.
Yeah, why not, eh?
No, my children.
So you gonna raise the funds?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Fitting that the rat man's getting rid
You
of
try
him.
and start a fundraising campaign to raise money to get rid of these pests. You go door to door trying to convince people to donate. You do a good job of it, and within a few days, you have enough money to pay the piper. Thank you, he says. The piper pulls out a flute, blows a small tune, and suddenly a huge wave of rats rush by, heading towards the exit of the city. Then the piper blows another small tune and vanishes. That was quite the display. You feel enlightened just witnessing it. Gain 2 mind and 1 magic.
My children.
You are now the standard intelligence, despite having done pretty much nothing but drinking and one time, chilling in the gardens. Doing hilariously well.
My children.
One day, an artificer stops by for a visit. She's adorned with magical gadgets, and and gizmos, and is followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out of their way to impress the artificer, offering her an array of potions and elixirs. However, as she leaves, she turns to you and says, "You, like you." She offers you a choice of one of her trinkets. Ring of Clever Thoughts or Ring of Swift Movements. I think I'll go with the Clever Thoughts. Here, the ring grants you 3 mind. Ha ha ha. The alchemists are jealous.
A really chill version of Ranking of Kings. Not Ranking of Kings. It's just a game that came out recently on Steam. Hang on, while I check what it's called. The Succession of Changing Kings.
I'm going to the slums.
Oh, you go to the slums?
I'm gonna go punch someone in the face.
It's a fight crime.
Yep.
You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. Dark. You and your unfortunate fucking luck.
Oh.
And you don't even have the intelligence to out-charm, you don't have the intelligence or the charm to fucking break her. This is one of the events, by the way, that can destroy places. Just to let you all know. One night, you hear a woman whisper at you from nearby. "Hey you," she calls out, "looking to make a bit of coin." What are you picking?
No thanks. Even though it won't do much.
Despite your intentions to say no, you find yourself giving in to her will completely. She signals you to go into the alleyway with her. "Come closer," says. "Nobody else can hear what I'm about to tell you." You lean in close, eager to learn how you'll be earning this coin. She presses herself right up against you, moving her lips slowly towards your ear. Suddenly, she bites your neck viciously. Blood pours from her wound, and she clings to you tightly, lapping it all up. You black out. When you come to, you see her standing over you. "Thanks," she says, tossing you a couple coins. You gain 1 wealth. It then melts into the shadows. When you feel your neck, you notice your wound has healed completely. Your body feels ice cold. You gain 3 charm. You lose 3 physique. Talk.
Well, I know where I'm going.
When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong? Or have we forgotten? Alright, Jester, where are you heading?
Hospital.
Hospital? Clean or tend?
Tend.
Spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and 1 wealth. Fuck! This is another bad event!
Oh no.
One day, a patient comes into the hospital with sores that nobody's ever seen before. While walking by his bedside, he looks to you rudely and asks for a glass of water. Get him water, ignore him. Man, ignore him, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna ignore him, he was rude.
You are?
Yeah.
Despite your intention to ignore him, you find yourself completely unable to resist obeying this man's request. You bring him a small glass to quench his thirst. He takes a large sip, swigs it around, and then proceeds to spit it at you. You try to dodge the water, but something inside your mind paralyzes you from doing so. What the fuck? At night, when you get home, you feel dizzy and start having vivid hallucinations about ancient wizards. You gain 3 magic, you lose 3 mind. We're fucking doomed.
Well, you guys sure are doing not very good. Anyway, I'm gonna drink. Thanks.
At this rate, me and Leaf, being essentially the party central lads, have been the only ones succeeding. Drink?
Yep, always drinking.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. 2 charm, 1 physique. One day, a bard pulls out his lute in the bar, starts playing a tune. Fortunately, his singing is horrible and is ruining the tavern's atmosphere. I think you need finesse to beat this, or maybe decide to do something about it. Convince him to leave or challenge him to a loot duel. I think loot duel you need finesse.
I'm just gonna ask him to go, to be fair. It seems like...
Convince him to leave. You approach the bar and let him know that the tavern down the road is well known for its big tippers. He thanks you for the heads up, packs up his things, and goes on his way. You helped out the patrons. You get 2 charm.
Well, I'm going back to the slums.
I think I'll stay at the Alchemy Tower this time. You spend the week experimenting with potions, 2 magic, 1 mind. One day you hear one of the alchemists shout, Eureka! When you look over to see what he's done, you spot a small, previously dead ferret come to life. I've figured out the antidote to death! The alchemist exclaims. The undead ferret lets out a horrific noise and lumbers out slowly. Destroy the abomination, praise the alchemist accomplished. Destroy the abomination.
It's gonna start calling out brother next thing, you know.
You smack the ferret off the counter and stomp on it until it stops twitching. The alchemist is horrified. You gain 1 physique.
I'm going to the slums, through the homeless.
Which
Fight crime.
you spend the week outsmarting people, but it doesn't matter. Because while you gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse, over the week, you've noticed your skin becoming paler, your teeth sharper, you've noticed whenever you talk to everyone nearby hangs onto your every word. You gain 3 charm, you also feel more frail and gaunt than you used to, you lose 3 physique. One day, you notice a woman tilting her head back, brushing her hair, her neck fully exposed. You can even see a vein or 2. Delicious. Before you know it, you're covered in blood, with a mangled form in front of you. There are dozens of people around, and they're all filled with delicious nectar. The next few hours are a blur. You wake up the next day in bed sheets soaked with blood that is not your own. You look in the mirror and notice your skin has regained its color and your teeth have dulled. The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. This is our last week. The slums are now gone. And wherever Astrid goes next is also going to be gone, so pick wisely.
The palace.
You motherfucker!
So I love how we get rid of the homeless and now we're getting rid of the rich.
Down with the monarchy.
Patriarchy.
Down with the monarchy, I guess. Administration worker, attend the ball. You gonna have fun and dance while you destroy them, or work for them?
Yeah, attend the ball.
This is my favorite outfit, by the way. Just look how cute you look.
I look so fancy.
You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. Over the course of the week, you notice yourself growing more and more spiral-shaped sores all over your body. One day, the sores begin glowing a vibrant blue. You feel your magical power grow even stronger while your mind slips further and further. You gain 3 magic, you lose 3 mind. In no time, the sores are glowing so bright that they hurt to look at. Someone rushes up to you asking if you're alright. With one glance, you set him aflame. Then you let out a scream that shakes the earth and shatters skulls fall nearby. A river of blood coats the ground as you walk about, reveling in your destruction. You black out.
I wish I had that power.
When you come to, you're at home in your bed. Your souls have faded and you feel like the disease symptoms have passed.
What have you guys done lately except blow up the monarchy and like eat all the peasants?
To be fair,
Essentially,
I ended up
yeah.
destroying the monarchy because I was trying to help people.
I mean, I'm part of the monarchy. Fuck you, I'm marrying a duke, man.
If the Duke is still around.
It's true.
You killed my husband!
I'm going
If he's
to
not
the
there,
garden.
he's here.
What are you gonna do about it?
Boy. Anyways, Loof, what do you plan to do?
Well, you know,
Drink.
as a pillar of the community, I'm going to go to the hospital and tend to patients.
There's probably a fair amount of them. You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed and replaced by piano notes will not stop talking. While the other patients are complaining that his voice is making the hospital even more depressing. The doctors have tried convincing him to stop talking, but to no avail. Try to decipher what he's saying or sing with him.
You know, I could do either one.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to figure out what he's saying. I think that's going to do more for him. You
You
know?
listen to his piano keys and manage to work out that all he wants is for his pillow to be fluffed. You fluff his pillow for him and he sounds extremely grateful. Gain 2 charm. Jesus Christ, you are charming as fuck.
You are going to replace the king I just killed.
I'm
Yes.
the pillar of the community.
Alright, I have
You know, I'm a mass fucking
Live in
10
What's
murderer.
your
magic,
Discord name?
10 charm, 12 mind.
Oh, I have 3 mind.
Hey, well, at least I've gone back to default mind. You want to drink away your sorrows of losing your husband?
No, because I'm not an alcoholic.
You should try it. It seems to do a lot of good for the community in comparison.
I know, right? But considering the fact that IRL, I can't drink alcohol without it just absolutely alt F4ing me, I shan't do it in games either. Unless I'm forced to by the game. You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern, you earn 1 wealth and tips and gain 2 charm, and the charm is what I'm looking for. Their very first day of the week, when you walk through the tavern doors, everyone cheers. Apparently, during your last drunken outing, you were a party. Oh yeah, the palace! Fuck!
You blacked out, fucked a duke, and went to the nearest bar and became an icon.
Apparently, during your last drunken outing, you were a party animal while you were blacked out. Legend spread of your party hard spirit. You gained 2 charm. Well, I mean,
The only
Still knows
worst
Chad
thing
there.
to happen is if you walked into a bar and half of
I'm catching up to your charisma very slowly, Leaf.
Well, I know
You
where
won't
I'm
be able to
going.
make it.
To the forest I go. There's nothing that can go wrong here. Chopping
least-
wood.
At least go hunting and do something different with the woods. Your
Fine,
finesse is fucking shit.
I don't really mind about my finesse. I've already been going down. I murdered too many people.
You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelt for 1 wealth. Pardon me. One day you stumble upon a dryad picking flowers in a field. While nursing you, she runs up to you excitedly.
Excuse me, sir. Would you care to dance? She asks. I've been waiting to dance so long, but nobody else has been around to dance with, she sighs.
Love to dance or I don't dance.
I'll dance. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Could go either way.
At least I didn't become a furry.
She giggles and takes you by the hand. She starts humming out a song and the 2 of you dance together in the middle of the forest. The 2 of you have perfect chemistry. All of your movements are perfectly in sync. You dance with her well into the night. Afterwards, she thanks you for the lovely evening with a kiss on the cheek. Feel energy radiating through your body. You gain 3 charm. Guess Dark gets bitches in the woods.
At least I didn't become a furry in the wood.
True.
Or fucked by a bush.
The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we? Saving? Alright! Now we pick what role we are to fixing the town. We have the leader, which requires mind and charisma. The builder, which requires...
Spoilers.
Huh?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
It's fine.
One choice.
I think the only option for me, given my stats, is the Contra.
But, yeah. They all have... the thing is, like,
The only other high stat I had was mind, and then my bad event ruined it.
it's not really spoilers because when you read them, you kind of figure out anyways what you need for them anyways.
Yeah, but yeah.
Builder,
It'll be
it's
there.
physique and finesse. You need both up. For Contra, you need mind and magic up. For Doctor,
Yeah,
you
the
need...
stat I have that's even high, that's above average is magic. I have to do the Contra.
and then
I lost
for,
all my mind.
for the Doctor, you need mind and finesse up. The Smelter, you need literally just a whole bunch of wealth, and I think it was physique. The tailor, you need finesse and mind. I think it's finesse and charm up. Can't remember for the tailor.
That sounds right.
The looter you don't need shit for. The town drunk you don't need shit for. These two are just instant fails. These are just if you
The
want to
conjurer.
fuck everyone else up. So you want to be the conjurer?
It's the only thing I have that might potentially work.
Oh, it won't.
You take it upon yourself to help conjure up supplies for the town. Your mind clouded with madness, you accidentally summon an array of demons. Hence why I said you need mind up as well, and you have 3 mind.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh.
all.
They destroy all progress the town had made before fleeing into the forest.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking,
Town drunk.
Batman, you lead the town.
I would just like to say this
Very
is
good.
what happens when nobody tells me what the actual goal of the game was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
that's part of the job.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the,
fine.
the
Just
thing is,
choosing
if I
random
tell you
stuff,
what the
not
goal of the
knowing.
game is,
You'll
You
metagame.
ruin
You
Win
didn't
the
need to tell
game.
me what the specific.
no,
I'm
because literally,
saying that I did not know
Oh, good.
that there was a actual end goal.
Yeah.
Or how long it took to get there.
you got 6 weeks essentially to
Build
get
a
your
character.
stats up and build your character up. We can't tell you what the end goal is because the end goal literally
I
spoils
did
the
not have a
ending
time
of the
frame.
story.
I did not have a time frame.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
But no, we don't tell you because that gives you the raw experience of playing this game for the first time, which is always the, what are we doing? We get to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Fuck.
Yeah, telling me that would have been fine. Like, not telling me the ending was fine, but like the time frame would have been helpful.
Anyway, I'm
Where
gonna
you headed?
actually take up the position as, new king of shitland.
You definitely do have the mind and charm for it. Pardon me.
No, more than enough.
You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You expertly delegate and prioritize tasks. You give motivating speeches and act as an effective mediator in disputes. This helps rebuilding efforts significantly. Now, I was
But how am I gonna drink?
the thing is,
Put that-
I was going to be the conjurer. If you look
You're
at
not very magic.
if I wasn't going to be the conjurer, then I end up going for leader.
Ha!
And
Oh, you can be the town drunk.
Yeah, you be the town drunk.
fuck off. I might actually
Go for the doctor then.
don't have enough finesse for the doctor.
Yeah,
You
it'd
don't
be
have
better
enough
than
wealth
any
for
of
the smelter.
I'm not going for the smelter. Just because I've paused on top of something doesn't mean that's what I'm going for. I'm looking at my stats currently.
Oakley dokley.
The one that you are best statted for would be the doctor or the tailor.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh well. Doctor would have been worse, I would have killed people. You volunteer to weave and mend clothing for the survivors to get warm. You completely lack the dexterity or stamina required for making clothing. Everything you make falls apart almost immediately upon wearing it.
Well, I'm going to be Bob the Builder. Can I fix it?
Potentially.
Probably not.
Take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. You rebuild homes fairly quickly and efficiently. This helps the rebuilding effort a lot. Don't think we're going to get a good ending. But I don't think we're going to get a complete fail. And so, we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even want. But in the end... Fuck, we got the bad ending. Alright. We were defeated. Those of us left struggling to put our home to rights, but the efforts were futile, doomed. The city bled survivors eventually becoming a husk, dead. And perhaps the Yawhg was only partly to blame. Now we got epilogues. Jester, word spreads of how you summoned horrors to sabotage the town's progress. One day, a mob has formed, torches, pitchforks, and all. You try casting spells at them, but in your panic, all you can do is summon flowers. You are beaten to a bloody pulp. The Yawhg traumatized you deeply, Leaf. Despite everything things starting to be okay, now something in you snapped. Maybe it was witnessing a baby floating face down in the water. Maybe it was when you found a man skewered on a fence, still squirming slightly, his eyes an empty void. Perhaps it was when you saw a group of kids that were trapped in the school had resorted to eating their rotting teacher's corpse. Whatever it was, you couldn't help but drink. You drink so much you're not entirely sure what is real and what's an illusion. One day you look into a mirror and your eyes are empty.
I feel like I got better off than being beaten to death, but
Yeah, you're just sitting in a corner being the town drunk.
I wouldn't want to witness children cannibalizing their rotting corpse of their teacher.
There's much worse of fate that can happen.
With the town in ruins, you decide to flee and go through the woods to seek a new home. Fuck!
It didn't happen to me!
That was the one I did. I'm sorry.
yeah, town drunk seems a lot better than anything you guys have done.
By the demon.
No, it's not. It's not because of you, Astrid. This venture is cut short, however, as you are mauled to death by a mysterious beast, a werewolf. I got the werewolf event at the epilogue. What the fuck? The town in shambles, you flee into the forest. You spend years out there with no human contact whatsoever. You live in a hut you built out of twigs and fashion your clothes out of clumps of moss. All that time spent alone has driven you slowly mad. Anytime you see someone in the woods, you chase them away, your massive moss cloak shaking violently. Legends begin to emerge about the crazed monster. Eventually, a band of villagers bearing pitchforks and torches set fire to your hut. You burn up trying to save all your precious moss.
My moss!
Well, you all died, and I became drunk.
Well, to be fair, I know a worse ending. The rose bush.
Oh god, yeah. So the
And you
rose
go when you
bush...
think about it, nothing really changed for me.
The rose bush ending is essentially, there's this rose bush which has a monster inside it that drags you away and peels your flesh off and eats it, and then heals you, and then peels your flesh off again to eat it, and it just repeats doing that forever.
Still not the worst ending I'd ever gotten in a video game.
Do we want to play another round?
Since we now know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like in a way I always knew what I was doing.
I mean, yeah, Leaf and Doc knew what they were doing. So did I.
I'm sticking to the woods this time.
You always do.
Nothing ever happens bad to me in the woods. As soon as someone else enters the woods...
I'm sorry. Nothing bad happens to you when you enter the woods. The fucking werewolf and bush incidents happen to you.
Hey, but when it's not me entering the forest, someone else gets fucking werewolfed.
Yeah, true.
In the end.
The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks. By the way, I did mention the 6 weeks thing here. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks. No one expects it. Not a one of us. Just keep on living our lives week by week and aware. So, I did tell you the time frame. It's 6 weeks.
That would have been while I was doing something on my phone then, because I was only partially paying attention at the start. Sorry, didn't realize you mentioned it.
That's the problem. You didn't pay attention, so,
That's why I'm apologizing for accusing you.
It's all good.
We forget.
Oh. Alright. Same characters as before. So, where are you going? A lovely jester of the court.
Do I want to play Meme Run that I was discussing while you were gone? This is aimed at the other two.
Don't meme on it. Let's
Don't meme on it?
Don't meme. Every time something bad happens, it normally happens to me right after.
That is
And
true.
you saw Alico last time, and I did fun.
Hospital.
Hospital? Clean or tend?
Tend.
Pardon me. Plus, you also kind of learn what each one needs throughout the game by each building teaches you what each end goal ends up having. So, you spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed and replaced with piano notes will not stop talking. All the other patients are complaining that his voice is making the hospital even more depressing. The doctors have tried convincing him to stop talking, but to no avail.
I don't think I have the mind to figure out what he's saying, so I'm just gonna sing with him for
You don't.
shits and giggles.
I mean, singing's charm. You have 5 charm.
Yeah. But also, I just think it's funny.
Alright.
Going for the meme ending.
You start trying to sing along with his voice. You try to sing along with him, but just can't hit the right notes. His sound gets progressively sadder and sadder. It starts driving you slightly mad. You lose one mind.
Lol.
The game just punishes you for me. Where are you
I'm
heading
gonna have a heroic
to leave?
drunk.
This time around, I'm going to the garden,
Alright, to the garden.
and I'm going to landscape.
Landscape. You spend the week maintaining the plants in the royal gardens. You gain 1 finesse, 1 physique, and earn yourself 1 wealth. Walking past a pond one day, you see a fat little frog sitting on a lily pad. Hey, sir, Frog begs. I'm not a frog at all, but an enchanted prince. If you could see your way into kissing me, it would break the curse and turn me to normal. I think you need to have a high magic to actually
Oh, I
save
wasn't
him.
gonna kiss it anyway. I was gonna catch it. Talking frog. You know how much I can get for beer money on that?
You realize a talking frog is worth a fortune and quickly grab for it. You aren't quick enough to catch the frog. It leaps out of your grasp and swims away. You realize you should grip things tighter. Gain 1 finesse. Alright.
There's beer money for the evening.
Now I'm gonna have to drink swill.
Oh no, not swill.
I think I'm going to attend the ball. Spend the week attending fancy gatherings to charm 1 finesse. One day the court jester approaches you. You like to learn to juggle? He asks excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum. No thanks, says the jester. He walks away disappointed. That evening on the way home you find a golden coin in the ground. Good luck! You gain 1 wealth.
To the woods to chop down some more trees.
At least, alternate between shopping and hunting. You know, so
Sure.
there's at least still some trees about in the end.
Who needs trees? They're green and annoying anyway.
I think the Lorax has a few words to say with you.
Oh no. Are they speaking Vietnamese?
Yes, they are.
Oh god.
You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. 2 physique.
Does that make
And
him
1
a
wealth.
foe spelled with a PH? Does that make him a foe with a PH?
Oh no. Oh.
One day, you come across a group of people in the woods again. With the expressions of their faces, they appear to be lost. However, you aren't insane this time, so perhaps you might be able to help them.
I'm just joking. I help them.
You confront the group and try to help them find their way back to town. You can't seem to figure out where you are and lead the group around in circles for hours. One of them asks you how you managed to find your way home at night. You don't actually know.
I should have robbed them again. This is karma.
Oh, they say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses, stole lives, tore families, members of them. But that was so very long ago. Alright, Bluebell, what were you going to go to?
Hospital again.
Clean or tend?
Clean.
You spend the week steeling your mind against the horrors of the hospital, making sure it is clean as can be. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and earn 1 wealth. One day you hear spooky sounds echoing through the hospital. Then afterwards, a glowing blue ghost floats down from the ceiling. She seems to be wandering the halls aimlessly, howling out horrible noises. She doesn't appear to realize that she is freaking everyone out. You decide to do something about it. Talk calmly to the ghost, or vaporize the ghost with magic.
I'm not going to be able to do either of these successfully, am I?
Probably not.
Talk.
You approach the spirit and try to explain to her the effects she is having on the sick. Not convincing enough to be able to persuade her to stop haunting. Eventually, everyone gets used to her and learns to live with the creepy ghosts. Mental resolve hardens. You gain 1 mind.
Not complete loss.
So, where's the rat man going?
I'm gonna go to the slums and fight crime.
The drunks fighting crime, oh god.
You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One night you hear cheering coming from an alleyway. Here again, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs, violently ripping each other apart. One of the men spots you and asks, "Oi, would you like to participate in our little betting game? Bet on dog fights or try and stop the dog fights?"
What's Mr. going to do?
Polomitsky.
Oh, bugger it all. I'll battle him, but I'll try and stop him.
Gonna try and stop him?
Yeah.
Alright. You try to convince the gamblers that dog fighting is wrong. Whereas full death is. Very quickly, they get quite angry with you. One of them walks up to you and pulls out a knife. You don't feel you've got the strength or speed to match this guy. You run away, hoping he won't follow. Oof!
You almost become the London Shankers.
It's hard to fight the British.
You know
I'm
what?
quite proficient.
Spend the week in deep meditation. Gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, a toothless old woman approaches you.
I have a small patch of magic beans. Be interested in purchasing them?
Cool. You spend 1 wealth on the beans. Later, you decide to plant them in a small, rarely visited part of the garden.
To the woods again. To chop wood. So next week I'll be hunting.
Alright. You spend the week cutting down trees, 2 physique and 1 wealth. One day, you stumble upon a gigantic, moss-covered stone.
My moss collection!
Your old corpse.
My old corpse!
It pulses with a magical energy. What do you do? Touch it
I
or
want
leave
to
it
touch
alone?
the moss!
You lay your hand on the enormous object. The stone's magical energy shoots into your body. You gain 1 magic.
Yes, I got my old life back!
It was on us in a heartbeat. So the stories go. The earth shook the still. Alright, where are you going, Bluebill?
I want finesse, but also I know that he likes spending time in the wood. The other
There's different ways
can
to
do
get
that at the
this.
ball.
There's other ways to get finesse. You can go to the...
Is the only other one the ball?
So the arena, the palace, and the slums all also have finesse.
Cool. I head to the arena then.
To the
That's
arena?
participating in fights?
Yeah, because you get physique and I think it's 2 physique and 1 finesse in competing in the
Compete
fight.
in a fight.
Spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. See? I know my shit. I remember this game well enough. And I mean, you look like a badass to dual wielding swords there.
The fact that it's balanced with my hat is really funny.
Mm. During the match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. Offer to settle or defend yourself. Think you need charm to defend yourself. And-
To settle.
No amount of coin convinces the unreasonable man to settle. Trial does not go well for you and you are sentenced to perform community service. Performing hard labor, you gain 1 physique and 1 finesse. I mean,
That's a plus for me.
unfortunately, the boring task takes a toll on you mentally. You lose 1 mind.
I mean, given that I'm trying to do balance, mind, and finesse anyway, that's a good thing.
I'm going
Alright.
to the woods.
Oh.
Oh, you want to go there, boy?
And I'm hunting. For this week. This week I'm hunting.
You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and the pelts for 1 wealth. One day you stumble upon a giant picking flowers in a field.
My wife!
Why?
Upon noticing you, she runs up to you excitedly. Excuse me, sir, would you care to dance? I've been waiting to dance for so long, but nobody else has been around to dance with. You gonna
Okay.
steal his wife?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm probably a better
Wife
The
dancer.
stealer!
wild couple.
This will come back and bite you in the ass.
She giggles and takes you by the hand. Starts humming at a song, and the two of you dance together in the middle of the forest. The two of you have a perfect chemistry. All your movements are perfectly in sync. Dance with her well into the night. Afterwards, she thanks you for the lovely evening with a kiss on the cheek. You feel energy radiating through your body. You gain 3 charm.
You kissed a tree.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Well, you know, I pull bitches unlike some people.
Hey! You stole my wife.
By the way,
Oh,
this
you
is
got my
what
boss back.
the normal Duke event is if you don't end up having that drunken party with him. One day you accidentally bump into a Duke. Watch where you're going, filthy peasant! He shoves you out of the way with his hand and continues walking. Passive aggressive or active aggressive? Passive aggressive. That outfit looks really comfortable. He looks mildly insulted. Sick bad. You gain 1 charm.
I'm
Insulted my
tavern.
previous life's husband.
I want to go.
You're gonna drink your sorrows away.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink my sorrows away. My wife got stolen.
You spend the entire week getting wasted because someone stole your job for the week. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a fortune teller sets up at one of the tavern's tables. She offers to read anybody's fortune for a small sum.
Sure, I've already lost my wife.
You spend 1 wealth. The fortune teller takes your hand and begins showering you with promise of love and wealth. Doesn't really go into any details, and the whole time you can't help but feel this is all an act. Underwhelmed and slightly bored, you can't help but feel like you wasted your money. That night, while walking home, the fortune teller runs up to you and gives you a kiss on the cheek. "There's the love part," she says with a toothless smile. Then she hands you a giant sack of gold. "There's the wealth," she says. You gain 2 wealth. They'll think I'm a hack.
What the fuck?
And
She's
the world.
a fortune teller, but she does it by making the fortunes true herself.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Talk
that's
about
one way to
being
go about it.
proactive. That's taking being proactive a little bit too literally.
Fortune favors the bold.
And then the world was a
This is
howling
probably
fury.
what the gag is.
Chaos, scream, the sound of all we knew being Alright, Bluebell, where are we heading?
Back to the hospital. 10.
You spend the week diagnosing and tending the sick. 2 mind and 1 wealth. One day, the blood-letting leeches somehow escape their containers. They just start fighting the hallway. There are people screaming everywhere as leeches slither towards them. "Somebody do something!" yells one of the doctors. Is that the leeches with magic, or use yourself as bait?
Use myself as bait.
You start taunting the leeches to lead them back to their containers. With great skill, you manage to avoid the leeches' fangs. You then lure them all back to their containers. Quick thinking. You gain 1 mind.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Green Bean, where are you headed?
Well, wouldn't you know it? This week, I'm gonna go to the arena and I'm gonna fight.
Alright. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. 2 physique and 1 finesse. One day in between matches, you stumble upon one of the higher ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions. "Lisa, don't report me." Wait, this is a girl. "Lisa, don't report me," she cries. "I'll even share some of my potions with you if you keep quiet," she adds. Take her off for a reporter.
Losers, don't do drugs, kids.
Reporting her.
I'm reporting, yes.
You report the
Losers,
fighter to
don't do drugs.
You report the fighter to the arena officials. They thank you for bringing it to their attention and hand you a small sack of coins. Gain 2 wealth. Fighter is investigated and receives a lifetime ban from the arena.
Good.
Spend the week in deep meditation, 1 magic, 2 mind. One day a beggar comes up to you asking for any spare change. You're also broke. You don't have a penny you could spare. You both sing songs together about your poverty. You gain 1 charm. Hey, Doc! Your forest is back open.
I'm going
You're
hunting.
getting the bad events, and you're just made a because you both.
Yeah, we were just like, I'm poor, you're poor, let's sing! Spend the week hunting defenseless
Get that
critters.
thin pocket of gold.
2 finesse and 1 wealth. Wow!
Oh, he picked a bad week to go in the woods.
It's like I'm the fairy. I'm gonna attack the fucking poor again.
One day you hear a howl nearby, followed by the rustling of leaves. I don't know, you might have the physique to fight them off.
I'll fight. Fight.
You raise your weapon, ready to fight whatever it is out there. A blur leaps onto you and from the bushes and knocks your weapon out of your hands. You throw the beast off yourself and make a run for it. You get away to safety. Gain 1 physique. Holy fuck, you did it!
The one time I didn't become the fairy of the woods.
When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong, or have we forgotten?
I'm going into the forest to hunt.
Now watch this, they get the werewolf one too.
You're on to hunt. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One day, you stumble upon a corpse hanging from a tree. Carved into the tree is written, "Not now that I'm banned from the arena, I have nothing to live for." Underneath the tree lay broken potion bottles. Bury the body, keep walking.
Bury the body. It feels respectful to do that.
You cut the corpse down from the tree and bury her in a shallow grave. That'll work. Gain 1 physique.
Well, you know, coming off that high of being a moral busybody, I'm gonna go fight crime in the slums again.
Wait, we have
beating
stuff
up the
like
poor.
3 people doing physical and finesse.
I'm going finesse in mind. The physique is just a side.
Yeah, the physique is just a happy accident.
But look how many people have gone, like...
I have 10, 9, 10.
Yeah, we've got 9,
I'm
11.
specifically doing mind and charm.
Yeah, we got 9, 11, 11, 7.
Yeah, I'm going mind and finesse.
Spend the week outsmarting, beating up criminals. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. For fuck's sakes.
Leave, take out the poor. Do it.
Oh.
You know what needs to be done, mister.
Do I even need to read this one out, man?
I think so. I kind of grasp the concept.
Yay or
I'm
nay?
always up for more coin. I'm always up for a bit more coin, mate.
Alright, so you're walking in willingly. So, she,
And I'll go this time.
I'm just gonna skip right through, because we all know what's happening. You're becoming a blood bag. Slurp, slurp. That neck flesh certainly do be tasting good, yeah? You gain 1 wealth at the end of all of this.
Nice.
Yeah. Body feels ice cold. You gain 3 charm, you lose 3 physique. I spend the week maintaining the plants in the royal gardens. Fun fact, each topiary that's cut when you do landscaping is different per player character. You gain 1 physique, 1 finesse, and earn myself 1 wealth. One day, while in the gardens, you notice a beanstalk. Water it. If plants could express emotions, it'd let you know how delightful it is to be watered.
I'm about to say I'll go fight crime, but I can't do that.
Yeah. The only areas available are Arena, Alchemy Tower, Palace, Tavern, or Hospital.
I'll go to the arena. And I'm gonna fight. Nothing can ever go wrong.
You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You're going to physique and 1 finesse. One night on your way home, you spot a rusty dagger on the ground. Pick it up or leave it.
Nothing can ever go wrong picking up a rusty dagger.
As you pick it up, you hear a voice from behind you whisper, "You're not worthy." The dagger begins to dissolve into black smoke. Within seconds, the blade is gone.
I've been
Yawhg,
robbed!
it's almost here. Almost.
The motherfuckers, they've been robbed!
Alright. Where are you heading to, Blue?
I'm going hunting again.
Hunting?
My poor woods.
Spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and teleport 1 wealth. One day you stumble upon a tall, nicely trimmed hedge in the middle of the woods. You sit and eat your lunch in front of the hedge, wondering what exactly it's doing in the woods. Suddenly, an enormous hand erupts from the foliage.
Dodge it.
Your reflexes allow you to duck just out of its grasp. You run faster than you have in your life. Gain 2 physique. That's the bush, by the way, that me and Dark were talking about. That's the monster that eats your flesh.
Good thing that's
So
the
where are you
last thing I was
destroying,
going-
Leaf? Where are you going to have your vampiric meltdown, Leaf?
Through the pool, mister.
At the tavern that no one's been at. Or
Actually,
take down the monarchy.
Mister, I know the perfect place for you to do it. The hospital. Fuck the guy.
Don't do that.
Look, as long as it's not the garden or the palaces, I'm fine.
Yeah, there's only one place to go, really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the hospital, and I'm going to tend the patients.
You're gonna heal them just to kill them.
Fucking hell. You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. But over the course of the week, you notice your skin become paler and your teeth sharper. Notice that whenever you talk, everyone nearby hangs onto your every word. You gain 3 charm. You also feel more frail and gaunt than you used to. You lose 3 physique. One day you notice a woman tilting her head back, brushing her hair. Neck fully exposed. You can even see a vein or 2. Delicious. Before you know it, you're covered in blood, with a mangled form in front of you. There are dozens of people around, and they're all filled with delicious nectar. Next few hours are a blur. You wake up the next day in bedsheets soaked with blood that is not your own. You look in the mirror and notice your skin has regained its color, and then your teeth have dulled.
Oh, good boy, there's tomato sauce.
I spent my last week enjoying fancy gatherings, getting 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day, the king approaches me. Excuse me, but you look like someone who I can confide in, he says. I really want a prince to take over the throne, but the queen and I, aren't exactly active in the bedroom. He blushes a little. Do you have any advice on how I could romance the queen, so to speak? Now, in my asexual opinion, it goes a bit like this. Lego clicking sounds.
At least you're not screwing the king.
You spend the hours drawing a bunch of diagrams and going through scenarios with the king. There's pictures of Lego blocks being smashed together.
No, but the first diagram is just that one realistic drawing of a Lego hand that is 4 fingers on either side. I'm gonna have to find it on my phone to share it with you.
Post it in the memes chat.
Memes chat?
Yeah.
Wherever it is.
So there's a channel that's called, I think Dark can show it to you.
I had it open before.
You spend hours drawing a bunch of diagrams and going through scenarios with the king. By the end, he's just as charming as you are. He thanks you and hands you a large sack of coin as a reward. You gain 3 wealth.
My finesse is really low. To go fight crime to get my finesse up.
Pickpocket or fight crime? I think pickpocketing actually gets your finesse up more than fighting crime.
Well then, let's do that.
Spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. Yeah, you get more finesse from that. One day, while wandering the slums, you notice that the stones used to line the roads seem to have certain patterns to them. You don't manage to figure out the mystery, but you still feel pretty smart for noticing the patterns of the tiles. You gain 1 mind. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. 3 full days the tempest puts us through, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But in the end, we see the graveyard it's become a home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we? Asked Save.
I need to point out something. You wanna know what I just realized?
Mm-hmm.
The last round we just did, I was dancing with the Dryad, right?
Yeah.
I would have saw this all happening. And not giving 2 shits.
Yep.
You'd have been in the woods, chilling.
And then someone stole my wife.
And this time around, you're in the middle of the fucking lake now.
I swim.
You're taking a real nice bath there.
My mind and finesse are both high enough to do doctor, right?
Yes, they should be. So, doctor?
I'm going in there. I sent the picture to the memes chat.
Yep, I won't be able to look at it until after the recording because I don't want the viewers to see my Discord personal stuff, obviously.
Oh, good.
You take it upon yourself to help the sick and injured from the Yawhg. You are able to keep most patients in stable condition. Some are even able to get up and back to work in no time. This helps the survival effort quite a bit. Green boy!
I know what you're thinking.
The town
Yeah, I'm
drunk.
thinking it too. I'm the town looter, actually. I'll have you know.
Oh, are you?
I sure am.
Oh.
No.
You break into abandoned buildings and hoard together everything for yourself. You gain 3 wealth. You gain another 3 wealth. This hurts the survival effort.
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna use all that money and I'm gonna move to a town that doesn't flood periodically every 2 months.
You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You expertly delegate and prioritize tasks. You give motivating speeches and act as an effective mediator in disputes. It's helped the rebuilding effort significantly.
I'm a builder and I'm not okay.
You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. Rebuild homes at a breakneck speed, impressing the rest of the survivors. It's helped the rebuilding effort significantly.
I feel like someone has been in my pocket and stole my money.
Yeah, it's probably Leaf. And
You
so,
rapist.
we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even want. But in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish, and whether we succeed or fail, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will ever be, can ever be, ready for it? That's a neutral ending.
If only Mister didn't pick pocket my ass. Stop
Pretty
picking
much.
my pockets.
Leaf picked something
Oh, well.
else.
Yeah, but my wealth is my
Yeah,
wealth.
he's
While the town is being rebuilt, you become leader of a hunting party. You become the town's main supplier of game meat and furs. You become extremely adept at killing defenseless animals. One day, you spot a glowing blue fox in the woods. Upon seeing it, it cackles and runs off. You pursue it for what feels like hours, but to no avail. Capturing the laughing blue fox becomes an obsession for you. You spend every
You get
moment
Moby
Yeah, you've gone full Moby Dick. You spend every moment thinking of its laugh, even while you sleep. Like, its cackle feels like as if it's burned into your brain. You went full fucking Moby Dick.
Here goes the town's main character, boys.
You escape the town with giant bags of coins, jewels, and other valuable trinkets. You move to a new city, living a life of luxury and elegance. Unfortunately, the new city you move to has their own horrible evil. The Yawhg. The Yawhg sweeps through the city, tearing it apart, everything you know. This time, when you go rummaging through debris for valuables, you encounter a group of people doing the same. You get into a knife fight with one of them, which results in you bleeding out in a pile of rubble.
Should have spent more time building my mind.
hero.
While the town is being rebuilt, you go back to meditating in the park. You spend weeks at a time sitting in one spot trying to cross to another plane of existence. After years of attempts and self-sacrifice, you finally manage to cross over to the astral realm. You come to find the astral realm is exactly like the normal world, except everyone's eyes are slightly smaller. don't know how to get back home.
That's the meme ending if I've seen one.
Yeah.
While the town is being rebuilt, you decide to become a full-time arena warrior. You slowly raise the ranks, knocking out scores of fighters, even ones as great as Jean the Beautiful.
He wasn't easy.
Before long, you become the arena champion. You travel across the world fighting the very best of the best. Tales are sung far and wide of your mighty feats of strength.
I think they should be talking about the fact.
I'm sorry, is Dark the only one with, like, the goodest ending?
Hey, at least I didn't become a werewolf and run to the woods.
Anyways, I think we'll end the video here. If you guys liked it, please leave a like, subscribe to become part of the Fateful Army, and maybe think about sharing this around to harass your friends. Until next time, stay fateful. Bye-bye!